Good morning. It's Wednesday, June 12th, about 6 a.m. Central Time. Glad to be back in the office. It's very difficult doing Metals Minute 5:36 in the morning from different locations where you might disrupt other people. So, looking at the precious metals here, snapping back a bit overnight. Got gold up $3, silver's up about 26 cents. We had some softer than expected CPI data coming out of China. Now, while platinum, palladium, and copper all flat to slightly lower. I think that maybe GM trimming some of its EV vehicle sales forecast. Also, the European Union announcing more tariffs up to 38% on Chinese EV vehicle sales is going to, or imports, is going to impact some of those markets here. That's just my speculation. I've seen those type of headlines come out and a little bit of softness here going into some of those metals like platinum, palladium, and also copper. So obviously everybody knows today two key economic data points that could really spike the volatility. So traders should really prepare for a long day. Consumer prices for May, and the consensus is for little changes to the headline and core CPI data, leaving inflation still too high for the Fed to make any kind of adjustment. So economists predict a 0.1% increase in the headline CPI and a 0.3% increase for the core for May. So this afternoon, we'll also see the Fed. They're going to confirm that the inflation data is too high, and then traders are going to shift their focus to the dot plot. So it's a key indicator for the Fed's future actions, and it'll be closely observed here as we're going to want to see and expect to see whether or not we're going to see one interest rate cut or two interest rate cuts this year. So again, a lot of volatility in the market. So for me, from like a trading, if I'm putting my trading hat on and I see that CPI somehow comes in lighter than expected, precious metals take off like a rocket, what are you probably going to do? Are you going to double down and risk it going to the Fed meeting? Or are you probably going to be a little bit prudent, maybe trim some positions off, maybe raise some stops up, maybe put some put options on or sell some call options, covered calls, protected puts, things like that. I'm just saying, go from, hey, I dodged a bullet to let's put some risk management cap on here. That's if you survive the CPI data. So we'll see what happens here. So with the increased level of volatility that I've expected, support and resistance levels, they could be easily violated. So some of these ranges, like on silver, $1.08 is the average true range on the day. You go to the gold market, $37. We saw on Friday, we saw 2x those levels. So it is possible we get another 2x moment here. So $70 in the gold market and $2 in the silver. So I'll be watching also the volatility index for July remains at 14, completely flat. Want to keep an eye on that price action. Want to keep an eye on the Japanese yen, the dollar index, 2-year treasury yield. So just kind of a laundry list of things. We'll be watching the NASDAQ, also Bitcoin. Those tend to be some risk on type of trading vehicles. So we'll see if that's there. And the critical level, I still think on the S&P, it's a light year away, 5,300. We break below that. Could be a party over type event on the bulls here for the moment. Gold, critical level support, 2,300. Don't want to see a break below that. Critical level resistance, 2373. Second major resistance point, 2400 to 2413. The silver market still in a bullish trend here. 2914 is that critical level support. Also corresponds with the 50-day moving average. Your resistance point's going to be $30. So some of these other metals, they do feel like they're a bit oversold. Platinum, palladium, copper, kind of, I outlined yesterday. Go from the 2024 lows on the copper market, go to the 2024 highs. You're going to draw a 50% retracement on there. Just a basic indicator here, just a basic charting tool. Draw that line, find the 50%. We're trading right around it right now. It's a 340, 350 level. I'd say one of the better markets that people are not really watching is the crude oil market. You do have quite a bit of supply in crude oil. We are seeing some demand pick up. We're seeing OPEC keep those cuts down. Remember, OPEC, they have a biased opinion that they want to get crude oil prices higher, so they'll jawbone it, they'll talk up however they can, and we've got crude oil prices slowly trending higher here. It is also one of the most shorted commodities out there up until about 3-4 trading days ago. So a lot of those shorts unwinding. So just a lot that we got to unpack, a lot that we got to watch here today. You got any questions, reach out to me, 312-858-7303. Remember, this is the calm before the storm right now. So remember, futures and option trading does involve risk loss, may not be suitable to all investors. Good luck, good trading.